Los Angeles, California. Golden Dragon Restaurant, West LA, Saturday evening, 7 o'clock, March 1971. The restaurant is half full, maybe 40 people, families, couples. Red lanterns hang from ceiling, Chinese characters on walls. Bruce Lee sits at a corner table with his family. His wife Linda, 26, blonde, blue eyes, wearing a simple dress. Their son Brandon sits between them. He's 6 years old, mixed features, holding chopsticks like drumsticks, making his parents laugh. Bruce is 30, 5'7", 135. Dark slacks, casual shirt, no martial arts uniform, just a father having dinner, playing with Brandon, making airplane sounds with rice, being silly, being dad. This is rare for Bruce. His schedule is brutal, teaching, training, building his career. Tonight is special, family time, no students, no demonstrations, just the three of them. At the next table, 2 men sit drinking, beer bottles accumulating. Construction workers, big guys. One is 6'1", 220, the other 6 feet, 200 pounds. Work clothes, getting louder, getting sloppier. The bigger one notices Bruce's table, stares, nudges his friend, points with his beer bottle. They look at Bruce, at Linda, at Brandon. The bigger one says something, mocking. His friend laughs. Bruce hears the tone, glances briefly. 2 drunk men. He decides to ignore them, turns back to Brandon. "How's the fried rice, champ?" Brandon grins. "Good, but I like the noodles better." Linda smiles, wipes Brandon's mouth. "Slow down, no one's going to take it." The bigger drunk man speaks louder. "Look at that Chinese guy with a white woman. That's not right." His friend says, "Mixed kid too. Shame." Bruce's jaw tightens. Linda notices, puts her hand on his arm, squeezes. "Don't, not here, not with Brandon." Bruce nods, turns to Brandon. "Want to try the dumplings?" The comments continue. Louder. They should stick to their own kind. She must have something wrong with her. Poor kid doesn't know what he is. Other diners notice, looking uncomfortable. No one intervenes. This is 1971. Interracial couples face this regularly. Brandon is starting to notice. 6 years old, smart, looks at his mother. "Mom, why are those men talking loud?" Subscribe, turn on notifications, like the video, and comment. More true Bruce Lee stories are coming. Linda says gently, "They've had too much to drink, honey. Just ignore them." Bruce fights to stay calm. Every instinct says confront them. But he's with his family, with his son. He doesn't want Brandon to see violence. The bigger drunk man speaks directly now, turning to Bruce's table. "Hey Bruce Lee, yeah you. Why don't you take your family back to China? We don't need your kind here." The restaurant goes quiet. Conversations stop. Everyone watching, 40 people waiting. Bruce sets down his chopsticks, carefully, turns to face them. His voice is calm. "Gentlemen, I'm having dinner with my family. Please leave us alone." The bigger man laughs, mocking. "Gentlemen." The Chinaman thinks we're gentlemen. He stands, unsteady. His friend stands too. Combined weight, probably 420. Bruce weighs 135. Linda whispers, "Bruce, let's just leave." Bruce says quietly, "We're not leaving. We have every right to eat here." The bigger man steps toward Bruce's table. "You think you're tough because you know Kung Fu. You think that makes you equal to us." Bruce stands slowly, positions himself between the drunk men and his family. "I don't want trouble. I just want to have dinner with my wife and son. Please go back to your table." The drunk man sneers. "Your wife? You mean that race traitor?" He looks at Linda. What's wrong with you? Can't find a real man. Linda's face goes red. Bruce's hands clench, but he keeps his voice level. That's enough. Sit down or leave, now. The drunk man takes another step, right next to Bruce's table, looming, using his size. Or what? You going to your kung fu tricks? This is real life, little man. His friend steps closer. Yeah. 2 of us, 1 of you. Bad math. Brandon is scared. Shrinking. Linda has her arm around him. This is escalating. These men are drunk, aggressive, unpredictable. Bruce says, last warning. Walk away. The bigger drunk man reaches out. His hand goes to Linda's shoulder, touches her, squeezes. Maybe I should show her what a real man. Bruce moves. His left hand intercepts the wrist. The wrist touching Linda. Bruce's grip finds pressure points. The drunk man's hand opens involuntarily. His face shows pain. Bruce's right hand strikes the solar plexus. Light strike, controlled, precise. The drunk man's breath exits. All of it. Diaphragm spasms, can't inhale. Gasping. No air. The second drunk man throws a punch. Wild, untrained. Bruce sidesteps. The punch passes through air. Bruce redirects, uses momentum. The drunk man stumbles forward, off balance. Bruce's foot sweeps. Light contact. The drunk man falls, hits floor hard. Not injured, just down. The first drunk man is still gasping. Bent forward. Bruce's hand touches back of his neck. Gentle pressure, guiding down. The man's knees buckle, drops to kneeling. 8 seconds from first touch to both men controlled. 8 seconds to neutralize 2 drunk aggressive men. 8 seconds that 40 people watched in silence. Bruce stands between the 2 men and his family. Not celebrating, just present, making sure they don't get up. The restaurant is frozen. 40 people staring. The manager rushes over. Small Chinese man. Panicked. Mr. Lee, I'm so sorry. I'm calling police. Bruce says calmly. Yes, call police. These men harassed my family, assaulted my wife. There are 40 witnesses. The first drunk man is breathing again, ragged, still on his knees. The second sits on floor, dazed. Both sobered up fast. Linda has Brandon tucked under her arm, shielding his eyes. But Brandon saw everything. Saw his father protect them. Saw his father handle 2 big men without losing control. Police arrive. 2 officers. They see 2 large men on the ground. See Bruce standing calmly. See 40 witnesses. The senior officer approaches. Mr. Lee, someone reported an assault. Bruce says calmly. These men harassed my family, made racist comments. 1 physically touched my wife. I defended us. 40 witnesses saw everything. The officer looks around, sees 40 people nodding. He turns to the drunk men. Is this true? The bigger man nods weakly. Can't deny it. Can't lie with 40 witnesses. The officer says, stand up, both of you. You're both drunk, in public. You assaulted this woman. You're under arrest. As officers handcuff them, multiple diners approach Bruce, offering statements, offering support, saying Bruce acted with perfect restraint. 1 elderly Chinese woman approaches Linda. Your husband is good man, good father, protected his family with honor. Linda smiles, tears in her eyes. Thank you. After police leave, after statements are taken, Bruce sits back down. Linda and Brandon return to seats. The food is cold, the moment ruined, but they're together, safe. Brandon looks at his father, eyes wide. Dad, you were so fast. Those men were so much bigger. But you... Bruce interrupts gently. Brandon, listen carefully. What I did wasn't about being tough. It was about protecting you and your mother. That's what fathers do. Brandon nods. But you didn't hurt them badly. You could have. Bruce says. Yes, I could have. But that's the important lesson. Having the ability to hurt someone and choosing not to, that's real strength. I stopped them, protected us, but I didn't lose control. That's what matters. Linda reaches across, takes Bruce's hand. Thank you. Bruce squeezes. Always. Anyone threatens my family goes through me. The manager approaches. Mr. Lee, your meal is free. I'm so sorry, Bruce says. Thank you, but we'll pay. This isn't your fault. The manager insists. Please, you're always welcome here. As they leave, multiple diners approach, thanking Bruce, saying they admired his restraint. One white man, middle-aged, says, Mr. Lee, I should have said something when they started. I was a coward. You handled that with more grace than I would have. Bruce says, you're not a coward, but next time if you see harassment, say something. Don't wait until it gets physical. The man nods, shakes Bruce's hand. I will, I promise. Driving home, Brandon is quiet. Processing, finally says, Dad, why did those men say those things? Linda turns. Brandon, some people don't like when people from different backgrounds fall in love. But we didn't care. We love each other. We love you t'other. We love you. That's all that matters. Brandon says. But why? Bruce says carefully. Because they're afraid of things that are different. But they're wrong. Love doesn't see color. Family doesn't see color. You're my son. She's my wife. That's all that matters. Brendan is quiet, then says, I'm glad you stopped them. Bruce says, I'm glad I could protect you. But understand something. What happened tonight was serious. Those men crossed a line. But not every insult requires physical response. Only fight when you have no choice. When someone you love is in danger. Understand? Brandon nods. I understand. That night, after Brandon sleeps, Bruce and Linda sit in their living room. Linda says, that's not the first time, won't be the last. Bruce says, I know, but we knew this when we got married. Linda says, I don't regret it, but I hate that Brandon has to deal with this. Bruce says, he's strong. We'll teach him. He needs to know the world isn't always kind, but also that he has parents who will protect him. Linda says, you were amazing tonight, so controlled. Bruce admits, when he touched you, I wanted to put him in the hospital, but I couldn't, not with Brandon watching. I had to show restraint, show that martial arts isn't about anger, it's about protection. Years later, Brandon Lee talks about that night. I was 6. I remember it clearly. 2 drunk men harassing my family. One touched my mother, my father stood up. 8 seconds, both men on the ground, controlled, not injured, just stopped. That night taught me what real strength looks like. Protecting people because you must, always showing restraint. The 40 witnesses tell the story, occasionally. I saw Bruce Lee defend his family. 2 big drunk guys, racist comments, physical assault. Bruce handled them in seconds without losing control. That's what mastery looks like. One witness says, what impressed me most wasn't the physical skill, it was the restraint. Bruce could have seriously injured those men. Instead, he stopped them, protected his family, used exactly enough force, and no more. That's character. That Saturday evening in 1971, Golden Dragon Restaurant, 2 drunk men harassing an interracial family, making racist comments, physically touching a man's wife in front of his child. 8 seconds to stop them both. 40 witnesses to perfect restraint. One father showing his son what real strength means. Bruce Lee wasn't just a martial artist that night. He was a husband, protecting his wife, a father protecting his son, a man defending his family's right to exist without harassment, and he did it with precision, control, and restraint that 40 people never forgot. Sometimes the most impressive demonstration isn't in a dojo, it's in a restaurant, with your family watching. When you have every reason to lose control, and you don't. When you use exactly enough force to stop the threat and no more. When you show your son that strength isn't about domination, it's about protection. That's what 8 seconds proved. That's what 40 witnesses saw. That's what Brandon Lee learned from his father. And that's why the story endures. Subscribe, enable notifications, like the video, and comment below which Bruce Lee moment surprised you most.